How do we understand the Trinity, the triune nature of God? Christianity is monotheistic. It is one God, yet in three different persons. The first thing I would say is we have to accept we're not going to fully understand or wrap our minds around the character and identity of God, especially while we're here. And I'm not even sure for all eternity we're not going to be learning more and more about him, as he is infinite and infinite to be known. And it would take an eternity to understand infinity. So accepting that we're not really going to fully wrap our heads around it, but also knowing that there are ways that we can think of it that help us to understand God. We know the Trinity is God because in Matthew 28:19, he asks us to bless in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, yet it is one God. In John 1:1, it says the Word was with God and the Word was God. Someone being with, but also being, are separate personhoods, but the same person. In Genesis, when God creates man, he says, let us make man in our image, having this conversation with himself, being us and our, but also it just being God, making man in his own image. There are three different ways to understand this. Trinity, three different ways. The first is human beings ourselves are mind, body, and spirit. So mind, our physical body, and our spirit. God is the same way. Mind, Father, body, Jesus, Spirit, the Holy Spirit. Yet he is one, just as we are one. The second way is when you're trying to make a distinction between persons here on earth or identities here on earth, the only way you could know someone is by their differences. Think about it. I'm distinct from my wife because of our differences. It's our differences that make us separate identities and separate characters. God is infinite, so Father, Son, Holy Spirit are all infinite. There's no distinction between infinite, infinite, and infinite. They're all the same. So you have this unity, this same identity, but God taking on voluntarily different roles, three different personhoods, kind of just taking from the same God, taking voluntary roles of personhood. The third way is to think of a football team of all Tom Brady's. Tom Brady's the quarterback, he's the wide receiver, he plays defense, he's the linebacker, he's the cornerback, all Tom Brady clones. So the football team is just Tom Brady, but yet he's in different personhoods taking on different roles, but a single identity, an identical twins or clones of Tom Brady. So these are three different ways to try to wrap your head around the Trinity. It's not easy to understand, and I don't think we're meant to totally grasp it here, but these are ways that you could see where he is one God, yet in three different personhoods.